Hi, welcome to Top Chef University. I'm Arian from Top Chef New York. Course number 3 is all about cooking techniques, and this is your next lesson. Boiling vegetables can be tricky when trying to maintain their texture and flavor. The most common mistake is to overcook greens so they become limp and bland. We'll go over when you should season the greens and how to cook them so that they taste fresh and retain their color and nutrients. So don't fret, because you won't have to feed them to the dog anymore. Let's begin. Green vegetables are an essential part of most meals. Boiling is often the easiest way to prepare them, and if you follow this technique, they won't be boring. So what I have here is broccoli. I'm going to show you the basic technique of boiling broccoli. Let's start with our equipment. What you really need to have is a nice sauce pot, high, that will fill enough water so you do not overcrowd your vegetables. It's really important that they all have room in the pot when they're cooking so they cook evenly. When your water is coming to a boil, when you're waiting for it to come to a boil, you can definitely keep the top on. The lid can be on it. And when it does come to a boil, that's when we will season it. So while that's boiling, I'm actually going to show you how to cut flowerets from the broccoli. So we have some beautifully washed broccoli here that I'm going to cut into flowerets. Basically, I just take my knife and they almost just fall into place. You see how they just kind of, once you cut them? And if they don't, then you can just bring your knife, put your knife through them, and make these little flowerets. Again, you need them to be pretty much all the same size. So we'll do this with all 3. So we have all our flowerets waiting to go into that boiling water. So now, a lot of people, don't throw these away. These are great. These are really, really great. So if you just trim off the end, which tends to be a little firmer than the center, we will do that. And then what I like to do is just take a paring knife and just go down and get all that fibrous peel almost, if you will, on the outside. And under it, you'll see this nice, really juicy inside, which we'll save for stir fry. You can just cut them up, julienne them. Very easy, very easy. You can even use a peeler for this if you want. All right, so let's just clean this up and get ready to boil our broccoli flowerets. So let's check our water to see if it's boiling. You really want a rapid boil, big bubbles. And that's what we got here. This is when I'm going to season it. And a quick, cute little phrase that I remember how much salt you need to put in the water is you want to season it salty like the sea. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. And look at what happened. When I took the lid off, it actually stopped bubbling, or it's actually simmering now. So I'm just going to put that flame back up a little bit, and here they come again. So now I'm putting my salt in. See how generous I am? And don't be afraid. If you don't know what salty, how much salt to make it salty like the sea, taste it. Get a spoon. Just give it a little taste. I mean, I think we've all swam in the ocean. We know what that tastes like. And that's it. We got it. So we got our big bubbles, lots of water in the pot. So when I add the broccoli, they're all going to swim around and cook nice and evenly. I have a spider here. I'm just going to kind of submerge them all and give them a minute. They're going to cook for about 3 minutes. I like them a little crunchy. If you like them a little softer, then go 4 or 5 minutes. But you really want to keep those nutrients in. You really want that vibrant green color. I mean, as soon as I put them in, you could tell the green, that vibrant green color just kind of shot out of them. It's important to keep those nutrients in there too. So our broccoli is going to cook for about 3-4 minutes. I like it a little crunchy. If you like it to go a little longer, then absolutely cook it a little longer. But it's all about keeping those nutrients in. Another thing we don't want to do is when our broccoli is boiling is put the cover back on. What happens here is broccoli contains a sulfur that if you do keep the cover on, it can't release. And what happens is that's what makes your broccoli smelly and a little discolored. So keep the lid off. Our broccoli looks like it's ready. So I'm going to take it out. And put it in this bowl. I like some of the liquid just to drain off of it a little bit before we're getting ready to plate. I have a beautiful bowl here. And what we'll do is put our broccoli in there. So our broccoli, so vibrant and green and beautiful, crunchy. I'm just going to show you a quick little way to make it just a little bit more special. I have a little bit of drizzling of an olive oil, a little flaky sea salt here, and then a zest of lemon. You can't go wrong with that. There it is, our perfectly boiled broccoli. Always remember to salt your water and cook the greens until they are fork tender to give the flavor and texture you desire. In our next lesson, we'll be tackling the pride of Idaho, the potato.